All right, I am so ready for this. We are 2 days away from the Rams and Bills game in SoFi in the Rams house, aka the Super Bowl, whatever. Super Bowl last year. And we are 5 days away. At the time of recording this, we're 5 days away from the start of basically everyone else's season. Well, obviously, there's a Monday game. So 5 days from everyone, but what is it? Seattle, Denver. I think is Monday night. But point is, football is back finally. So this is not gonna be a normal thing. What I want to do here is just kind of talk about the Packers, kind of what I want to see early on in this season. I might do a kind of mid-season kind of talking about this. Obviously, I'll have my weekly recap and whatnot too, but I'll kind of take a deeper dive, kind of mid-season once things start to get rolling and whatnot, and before that playoff push. So probably around mid-November, somewhere around there is when I'll do it. And then we'll see. I'll kind of give my thoughts as a whole on the regular season at the end of the season too. So kind of just expect 3 parts to this, essentially, just 3 different videos. But the big thing that I want to see and I'm looking forward to is actually the Packers offense. Now we talked so much about special teams, offense. I've talked about defense. I went in person. If you have not seen those videos, by the way, they're up on the channel. I went to a joint practice with the Saints, and then I went to the week before that. I went to basically just a normal practice where it's just the Packers, no other team out there. So going to that first practice when it's just the Packers, it's okay, this defense is good. But when you see this defense going up against another team, like the starters, I'm not talking preseason. I'm talking in joint practice that when starters going up against starters. I mean, it's crazy. So I've talked about this defense, a lot. So I want to gear away from that for now. I kind of want to gear away from special teams because I'm hoping that, obviously we didn't see our starters in the preseason, and we didn't really see starters for special teams really at all either. Maybe, our punter, but we didn't even see Mason Crosby out there kicking field goals. So, I don't want to touch on special teams really until mid-season just because I have a feeling that Rich Bisaccia and whoever has out for starting special teams is going to be different than what we saw with preseason and whatnot. So I want to gear away from that. I want to focus on offense because the more I think about it, the more I'm I don't know. It kind of gets me a little tiny bit nervous. Obviously, we have the back-to-back MVP, so QB we're fine. I don't have to worry about QB. I say we're good at running back too. I think that's fine. But wide receivers, O-line, technically tight end. Obviously Robert Tonyan is coming back, but those 3 positions kind of worry me heading into the season. Now I believe. We just got some good news about David Bakhtiari. At the time of recording this might not go up to Wednesday. But the time of recording this, Tuesday, I believe we just got some good news about David Bakhtiari. I had to go back and make sure I read that right. But so he's probably going to be out there early in the season. Elton Jenkins, I believe, is slated to start week 1, I believe. Robert Tonyan, again, is coming back. He'll be back on an early season. Christian Watson has finally been practicing and whatnot for the past couple weeks, which, that's kind of, old news and whatnot. But, glad he's finally getting reps. I wish he got reps against the Saints, but it's just, you got to make sure you're healthy rather than trying to get reps against another team just to see. So, it's going to be interesting to see because, Dobbs, I believe, was named the number 2 wide receiver or something like that. Dobbs is basically on the roster on the first team out there. He's going out there, play 1 to play whatever that Vikings game. He's starting the season on the main rotation there. So I feel like Watson's gonna get limited at least for game 1. Just make sure he's good and whatnot. So I have a feeling we won't really see Watson at least flourish until mid-season. But Dobbs will be flourishing by then too, probably. So it'll be interesting to see these rookie wide receivers, see what they're capable of with, again, all these rotations and whatnot. So I'm interested to see how many reps Watson's going to get, how many reps Dobbs is going to get with our, our young guys. I'm not really worried about Sammy. There's been like nothing to come out about Sammy, and that to me has been good because it just feels like Sammy's having a really good, training camp and whatnot, practices and whatnot. So I'm not super worried. There's that whole meme about he, shows up week 1 and never shows up again. But I'm not really worried about him because I feel like he'll do well. So him, Lazard, I believe he was named wide receiver 1 already. So him, Cobb, Watkins, who am I missing? I think I'm not. Am I missing anyone? I don't think I'm missing anyone. So I'm not really worried about like the veterans essentially. So I'm really curious about seeing Dobbs early on these first 3-4 weeks just to see how he does, how consistent he is and whatnot. And again, don't expect Watson to peak or really come out and be flashy, amazing early on. I think because again, he took time in preseason training camp and all that to make sure he was healthy. So I think maybe week 1. Maybe not week 2, but maybe week 1 he's kind of limited a little bit just to see how well if he is actually 100% to in a game speed, not a practice speed. So I think he'll more so get peaked in mid-season, late season. Whereas Dobbs, I feel like you could see week 5, week 6, something like that. It's like, okay, like we know he's up there already. So it's just that'll be interesting to see. Just our wide receivers is definitely the number one thing I want to watch. O-line, again, it's just can they stay healthy? Now, we have had, rotational people come in. We've had, third stringers come in. Yosh Nijman, everyone. Well, I don't know if everyone remembers it, but I remember he came in during that Niners regular season game last year. Had to take on Joey Bosa. So, he he was battle-tested right off the bat coming into his first regular season game, and I believe he was the third stringer. So, I think I said regular season game. So, it's just, can the O-line stay healthy? Can things go well? And just praying for no injuries at all. So, it's a wait and see game. Like this is all wait and see. Everything is kind of wait and see. But that I'm really just hoping nothing happens. And then as far as tight ends and whatnot, just kind of moving into that here real quick. Again, it's Robert Tonyan, and then to me, there's a big step down after Robert Tonyan. So if he gets hurt again, it's just not. Mercedes Lewis is a very good blocking tight end. It's I believe he was the one that fumbled last year in the Niners game. I think it was him. So pass blocking and whatnot. You can put Mercedes Lewis out there. I think it'll be fine. But receiving tight ends, it's a huge step down, and I'm worried about the depth of that. I think it was Tyler Davis, had a terrible preseason, drops and whatnot. So I know people wanted him gone. They didn't understand why he made the roster. I get it to an extent, but I think they kind of see potential in him. Maybe he is more so, again, a blocking tight end, because who knows how long Mercedes Lewis is going to be in the NFL, because he's up there in age too. So who knows how many years he has left, so they can bring Tyler Davis in to be a blocking tight end or something like that. But it's just receiving. There's not a lot else, I don't know how to feel about that, because it's a big jump down after Tonyan. So I don't know. I'm hoping he doesn't get hurt. I'm hoping he's relatively good, because he should be early on in the season coming back, possibly week 1 start. We'll see. But I don't know. I'm nervous. This offense really makes me nervous. It feels weird to not worry about the defense at all, because again, they're a top 5 defense, and in the season they're top 5. I will say that right now. You can argue top 2, top 3, and whatnot, But I just want to, be safe right now. And, I don't want to go, oh, they're the best defense in the league. And then week 1, they come out and just stink up the joint and are terrible. So I think they're a very, very, very good defense. Easily top 10. Again, top 5 in my opinion. And I don't have to worry about it. I don't like when our defense goes on the field, it's like, okay, well, probably going to end in a 3-and-out, probably going to end in a fumble, an interception, a couple sacks in there. Like, I don't have to worry about them at all. And it feels so weird because the past decade, essentially, since we won the Super Bowl, it's been a lot of, okay, can defense and special teams step up while the offense is cooking? And now it's, can the offense cook while the defense is stepping up? And then you just you throw special teams in there. I think, Rich Bisaccia he's one of the best special team coaches in the league here. So I think when I see the special teams in person, I won't have to really worry about that. So, let me know your thoughts. I'm going to wrap it up there. Are you as surprised as me that you don't have to worry about the defense at all? And we have to worry more so about the offense, despite having Aaron Rodgers as our QB. It just feels so weird. So obviously, he's done it before. He's made like Jeff Janis, right? I can't remember. Janis. I can't remember. I think it's Jeff Janis. A household name. He's made a bunch of these people household names. So one final breath before the season. Around the time that this video goes up, I'm going to have my predictions for the week. We'll talk about that. I'm ready. I'm ready to see this. So for now, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out of here. Peace.